What's up everybody, Anthony from Granddaddy Herbs. In this video I'm going to show you clutch number 2 and 3, all fresh out of the egg. They have not shed yet. Took these guys a couple days to all completely come out of the eggs. So we'll get started with clutch number 2. Pairing was a pastel mystic to a calico female. This is my only normal I hatched out this season. Just give them a nice rinse so that they'd be nice and shiny and not all wrinkly. Sometimes the fluid will dry up on them and make them look a little wrinkly. But your typical normale ball python. So as much as I don't want to hatch these, I still love hatching out normals because they are so variable. This one's really pretty. Camera's not doing a good job of focusing. But yeah, let's move on. It was a 5/8 clutch. Let's show you guys the next snake here. The next one we have is a calico. I have not sexed anything yet. I do not like to sex them until their belly buttons are completely sealed up. So see how there's still a little line there? I do not like to sex them until that's completely sealed up. That's just kind of like my little thing. But typical calico, you can see all the peach sides. That will all turn into white as it gets older. Or not all of it will, but majority of it will turn white. For those of you that aren't too familiar with calico and the difference between that and normal, I'll show you that now. Get that normal back out. You can see the reduced patterns and alien heads from the calico to the normal. And you can see this has those peach sides, whereas this one is just all brown and peppery. But you usually see most of it towards the end of the tail, especially as they get older. You can kind of see the gold on the top of these alien heads. All that turns into like really nice highlighting. But yeah. So, oh sorry, got you guys out of camera. So there's the calico. This will be up for sale. Looks like it's got a little bit of vermiculite on its head. This will be for sale once it's had a couple sheds. And let's get on to the next snake here. I did actually pretty good on this clutch, even though I hit 2 single genes and a normal. The next 2 snakes definitely make up for it, but this is just a single gene mystic. So those that know me, know how much I love mystic, and I love the eyes on mystics, nice and silvery and dark looking. But this is an Anthony McCain line mystic. He was the founder of the mystic and the one that proved it out, different from a Mojave. But look at all those blushings. See, he's still got a little bit of his umbilical cord that needs to seal up. That's why I haven't sexed it yet either. Of course, this will be for sale no matter what it is, because I have other stuff that has mystic in it. Oh, this thing is so... What you'll notice about mystics, especially when they're 700 grams or less, is that the blacks on them are just ridiculously black, jet black, and they pretty much stay like this their whole life. I mean, my adult male mystic before I sold him, I mean, he looked just like this. Didn't brown out at all. But let's move on. So let me stick this guy here. So I'm gonna kind of do something different with this video. So we got the mystic there, we got the calico here, and then I'm going to show you a potential world's first that's not on World of Ball Pythons. This is a mystic calico. Look how badass this is. Excuse my language, guys, but look how badass this snake is. So this is what you get when you cross these 2 genes together. Smoking. Now if you look up phantom calico on World of Ball Pythons, this snake's gonna make you think that person didn't really hit a phantom calico, because phantom is essentially the same thing as mystic. They do the same exact thing. It's like your lesser butter. They do the same exact stuff. But look how dark that head is and how cool the eyes are. The next snake will determine whether or not I'll be keeping this one. This is a female, I'll probably keep it no matter what. Just to strengthen my mystic stuff in the future. This thing is just, I can only imagine this thing about 500 grams and just how much those sides are gonna pop. And the mystic that I work with tends to reduce a lot of stuff. So there's that. Okay. So we got calico, mystic, mystic calico. Last snake of the clutch is my favorite. You add pastel to this mix, and you get this. So this is a mystic pastel calico. And this thing is a jaw dropper, for sure. Look at this thing. Look at that tail end, the blushings. Excuse the background noise, guys. Again, I'm gonna have to throw the music on just to make sure. Look at that stuff. Look at the patches of color that just bleed through. This thing's amazing. Look at that peppering. But yeah, for 5 eggs, not bad, huh? And the one and only example on World of Ball Pythons of the Mystic Pastel Calico looks completely different. God, I just love Mystic, man. I just love what it does. But let's get to the other clutch. I'm gonna put these guys away. The video is probably gonna pause. Let's get to it. All right, guys. So clutch number 3 was from a cinnamon lesser to a pewter calico, and I only had 2 eggs. But let me tell you, these 2 eggs were good to me. The evil morph gods were definitely good to me. So what you have here, what I think it is, and I'm really positive I'm right on this, so I think this is a pewter calico. Because if you look at the genetics, this really can't be anything else besides that. And the reason why I think for sure it's calico is calico tends to pepper a lot of this stuff out, but as you get to the tail, you start to see it white out, right there, and then once you get towards the end of the tail, the color comes back. Calico does that a lot, as you can see with the Mystic Pastel Calico. And Pastel Calico works really good together. And if you look inside the alien heads, they're kind of a different color. Now I have a pewter calico female, and maybe I'll show her when I do the update video of these guys out of shed. I'll probably show her to you guys. But you see how it's all faded right here? But of course, with it having pastel, it browns out. But this is a really wicked snake. I don't see lesser in the snake, because lesser pewters are a little bit different too. But I'm almost confident this is a pewter calico. Really clean looking pewter calico like that. And I love those alien heads. That like kind of like orangish looking color that's inside it. Camera's not really picking it up. Yeah, snake's rad. So let's set this snake down. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now the other snake, pretty sure I know what it is too, but you guys are more than welcome to chime in. I think this is a lesser pewter calico. So this, without a doubt's got calico. Look what happens to the pattern at the end of the body. Again, the tip of the tail comes back in a little bit. But that whole body is just erased. And then the reason why I think this one's got lesser is obviously the look is much different, but the top half of the body, this here, is screaming lesser. So if you look at a cinnamon lesser, which I mean I have one of those too, this right here is screaming cinnamon lesser pattern right here. Gorgeous snake. I don't think there's super cinnamon in this, even though this could lead you to believe it has super cinnamon in it, but I think super cinnamon would definitely not allow this much pattern inside of it. And there's no kinks or anything on this snake whatsoever. Not that every super cinnamon has that, but it's known. No duck billing or anything like that. This snake is perfect. But look at how different this snake is looking. Look at that white stripe. And I can almost guarantee with some age, we're going to start seeing some pattern come through. But not bad for a two-way clutch, I would say. This year has just been so good to me. I've only had 4 clutches, but I've really had some holdbacks that I've been wanting. And this guy's for sure going to stay here. But I don't think I'll be needing that because I already have the mom that's a pewter calico, so this guy should be up for sale. But this would be my second 4-gener of the season. I hit a couple 3-geners. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. As always, Anthony from Granddaddy Dips. Peace.